my books. I did something in the first book that I thought was so clever. They can't, if they have sex, consummation sex, then they're hitched for 100 years. It's part of the vampire magic when the ancients created all the rules. Because they didn't want people, going around having sex with their meals and, it was a control issue. So now, every book I have to find some way on my rule, because you don't want to have, sure you want to have hot sex with a vampire, but you don't necessarily want to be married to him for 100 years. Now, do you? And, my vampires have accidentally done it with humans, and then they're carrying around, because you can't get out of it.
They accidentally had sex.
Right, the accidental sex. So, when Jeanne was talking about being consistent in your rules, every book, and I'm writing book 8, I'm thinking, the 100-year rule, okay, can they dream together? Can they, maybe it's, in one book, in the very beginning, and the book that came out in January, I thought, we're just skipping right to the beginning, the whole first 2 chapters, sex, 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 sex. And I thought, well, there you go. Now you figure out how to get out of it. So, like I said, I thought it was really clever. I didn't realize I'd be writing 8 books in the series, so I might have changed that up a little bit. But I think the act of blood drinking is a very sensual thing. I don't mind having it in with the sexual act, and particularly if they can't have sex, that's pretty close to sex, especially if, as they said, there's some sort of sexual release as part of what happens. And it's the same for my vampires. It's a very sensual thing. It doesn't hurt the human, and they have to drink live human blood. They can't, they can live off animals for a very little amount of time, but I just think, in a way they are kind of predators, but I write romance novels, so they tend to be on the nice side.
I'm thinking about some of the vampire rules that none of us use. For example, the rule that vampires can't cross running water, which to me, Tanya Huff came up with the best explanation for that. And after I read her explanation, I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to ignore the whole topic. She's, in her books, vampires are so heavy that they sink. So that they don't want to, they certainly don't want to try to swim. Because it doesn't work out well for them. It's very hard to get up from the bottom of the ocean once you've gotten there.
Yeah.
So after I read that, I thought, I'm just going to glide right by the whole issue of crossing running water. Are there any vampire conventions that you all dodge?
There are some that I wish I had, because when like most, well, at least myself, I didn't know I would be writing so many books in the series. So when I set up the first book, I did stupid things, like the thing with the mirror, which is really dumb, because you have a female protagonist who can't see herself in the mirror. How stupid is that? Especially since my vampires still have their souls. In my world, they don't lose their souls. They still have their souls. So, I wish I hadn't done that, but I did. Very first damn book. So, I'm stuck with it.